Hi, this is Dan Nash at Backpackers Review, and after a long day out backpacking, we all want to get to that really nice camp spot and settle down for the night. So on today's episode, we're going to give you a few pointers on how to select that perfect campsite for you. Okay, now we've been backpacking all day and we're looking for that perfect camp spot. One of the first things we all want to look for is a spot that's relatively flat so we can set up our tent. We don't have a lot of brush around. We can get a little campfire going and have a good safe fire. So a spot like this is perfect. Here we've got a relatively flat spot that's all around. We've got some trees here. And as we look up into these trees, we notice that the trees are all living. They're not dead trees, which means they're not going to have any widowmakers or branches or things that are going to fall on us in the middle of the night in case some wind comes up or we get some weather. So that's an important thing. It's a really big safety issue. This area is flat. There's not a lot of poison oak or poison ivy around, not a lot of insects around, things like that. Plenty of room to put out our tents. And if you look around, there's also all kinds of dead wood and things like that around where we can gather that wood and use for our fire. One of the other things that you always want to have when you're selecting a campsite is, in this particular case, we've got some water over here to our left. We've got access to a creek. We can filter our water. We can wash up if we want to. We can use that water for cooking and drinking and things like that. One of the other things that people don't think about is if you're camping really close to the water, because the water is usually at the lowest level, that cold will settle around that water. Plus with the moisture, makes it 4 or 5 degrees colder near that creek. Versus over here, we're a little bit higher, we're just far enough away that we're gonna be a little bit warmer, but yet we're still close enough to have access to that creek. So here, this is a perfect spot where we're gonna be able to set up our camp. It's flat, it's safe, there's nothing gonna hit us from above. We have access to water, we have access to wood, no insects around, poison ivy and stuff like that. These are just the kind of spaces that you're looking for to set up a good camp.